It's time for the Mohney Show. High atop the third story of the historic Gibson House overlooking beautiful downtown Centralia. The star of the show, Steve Mohney.
Yes.
And surprise, it's not Steve Mohney.
Steve, you look very different.
Yes. Well, yeah, I have, I guess I have the hair on
That's
the
true.
face. That's about it.
That's
Otherwise, I mean, you couldn't
These
tell
are
us apart.
dead ringers. And the glasses. You don't have the orange.
That's right. I should have brought in his orange glasses. Paul Beatty along with Matthew King here, filling in for Steve. Steve's got that bug is going around. This is the Mohney Show, of course, and welcome. That bug is a nasty one going around. It got me a couple of weeks ago, but man, that's one that kind of hangs around as well.
Yeah, I've avoided it so far, so I'm fingers crossed that I don't get it. But yeah, I've had a couple of friends have it. My sister had it, so it doesn't sound like a fun one.
No, it's one that attacked for me. It was a lot of congestion and a sore throat, and to no one's what I want to say disappointment that I actually lost my voice for a day or two.
Actually got some work done here.
Actually, people were quite thrilled about that that development. Yeah, so Steve is home. He says, "Well, I'm going to try and come in." I says, "Well, no, we don't want you. Stay there, get better." And that's all. It takes time. It does hang on. It's one of those that kind of hang on. So this show is going to be a little bit abbreviated. We do have Steve and I did do we had a bit in the can, so to speak.
You guys did Dead or Alive.
Oh yeah, that's right. Is this person dead or alive?
Which
right?
I haven't watched all the way through yet, so I'm hoping that the answers haven't changed since you guys recorded it. But we'll see.
Yeah, we will see. Of course, we're coming off the big Thanksgiving Day weekend. And Matthew, for us, it's filled. We had semifinal football on Saturday for state high school. The state high school fall season is coming to a rapid close. Only 6 games left, those 3 championship games on Friday and 3 more on Saturday. And that'll put a bow, so to speak, on the fall championships in the WIA and high school sports. But winter sports already underway, right?
Yeah, we're going to roll right into that. I think we're going to have a little bit of a light load in December with, of course, the holidays coming up. But there will still be plenty on the docket.
And in the Lewis County or Southwest Washington area, we've got 2 teams back in the state championship. The Napavine Tigers are going to be playing Okanagan, the only rematch from last year out of all 6 games. They're both, and that'll be played at 11 a.m. on Saturday. We'll have that game on the NFHS network. And then Tumwater is back in since I think 2019 was the last time they were in. Oh, that's the last time they won it. Were they in it after that?
No, I don't think they were back in it.
So, I think they won it in 2019. Last time they won it, they're going to be facing off with...
They play Anacortes.
Anacortes, that's right, the Seahawks.
Those Seahawks, and that's a cool story, too.
That is, yeah. Just a couple of years ago, they didn't even have a varsity team. They had so few kids. That was just off of the pandemic, wasn't it?
It was either just right after or right before.
Yeah. One or the other, but Anacortes back in, and that's going to be a good game. I think that's going to be a tight game. And that should be interesting. Really a big congratulations, though, to Onalaska, who Napavine beat in the semifinals.
Heck of a year. I did want to mention, you mentioned only one rematch in the championship game. Did you know we only had one classification where last year's championship teams did not meet in the state tournament this year? So we had Lake Stevens against Kendi Catholic in the 4A. We just had Yelm Eastside Catholic in the 3A. North Kitsap knocked out Linden in the 2A. That was a rematch. Didn't have the 1A, 2B rematch in the championship. And last year's 1B was Nia Bay and Liberty Bell, who just met in the semifinals. So we got some championship rematches just a little bit early.
Right. A little bit early. And then also want to a big congratulations to Mossy Rock.
Yeah.
Got to the semifinals and ran into apparently a very good Wilbur Creston Keller team in that 8-man football. And Wilbur Creston Keller has scored 98 points. I think they've scored over 90 twice.
Yeah.
And scored over 60. I think I counted it 7 of their games. They've scored more than 60. And of course, 8-man football is open to more scoring. But that's a lot of scoring, even for that.
It's going to be hard to lose a football game when you're putting up that many points.
That is tough to do. But again, we had Thanksgiving last week. What were your big traditions, family traditions at Thanksgiving?
Well,
what did the King family do on Thanksgiving?
Well, I always personally like to get up and I like to watch the Detroit Lions lose. That's top tradition, especially this year. Go Pack, go. We always go down to my grandma's in Longview, and a big tradition is we make the butter for Thanksgiving.
Oh.
They have an old school butter churn, so that is the big tradition in our family. It's always the kids who are in there working on that because us adults know how much work it is.
Yes.
And we know we're going to end up being needed for the end. Unfortunately, now I'm at that stage where I have to finish off the job. But that's a big tradition. That's pretty much the big one for us. And we just hang out, eat some good food, and watch some football.
All right. But your family then celebrates Thanksgiving apparently every day of the Thanksgiving holiday, right? You have at least another turkey dinner coming your way.
Well, my brother gets a turkey from his work every year. So he doesn't use that. My grandpa always likes picking out the turkey for the big family Thanksgiving. And then my brother's just got this extra turkey. So, hey, take two. And
that was on...
That was Sunday.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So ours is a lot more subdued. My daughters and their mother live across the street from us. And so we wander over, eat, and we really don't do a whole lot. It's a rather boring day for us. But you know what? We're usually ready for that boring day. This year, we have always, I won't say always, but we like to decorate for Christmas. And we like to do that on the Sunday of Thanksgiving. But we had to go to Wenatchee to do a couple of games and then came back late Saturday night. So it didn't really feel like doing that on Sunday. So we got started on that yesterday. Last year we did not do it because at this time last year, and this is the only reason I know this, as it was a complete downpour. It was just pouring rain, and we go, well, and then if you miss this, there's no point in doing it.
Yeah.
It's over at this point. So, a lot of holiday things coming up here in the local area. And I know Steve wants to remind folks, they already had I think the lighting of the Christmas tree in downtown Centralia, but this Saturday is the Santa Parade in Chehalis, right?
Yes, it is.
So is that something that used to be a tradition for your family? Or
we went to the Christmas parade in Longview because, again, that's where all of our family's at. We're the only ones in Chehalis, so we always went down there. But we did do a Christmas parade, just not this one. We went to this one a couple of times, always a good time, but Longview was where we kind of hung out.
And then don't hold me to this, but I believe the lighted tractor parade is on the 9th, a week from Saturday, downtown Centralia here. And I do know that it draws a ton of people. I mean, because when they start to exit, a lot of them like to take a shortcut through my alley behind the house. I'm not happy about that.
Are you going to put up the barricades this year to keep people
I'm
out?
thinking about it. Yeah, I'm just going to put up.
You're just going to lay out.
I'm just going to put up a bunch of Christmas trees.
There you go.
And it's just put them up there and say, go around that way. Don't drive back here. But I mean, it's always a fun time a year. It's just a different feel. And it's really too bad that this feeling of reaching out and being nice can't last the whole year. Why is that?
Yeah, it's like, just why do we have to shove it all into these 3 weeks, before Christmas? It's just be a good person all the time, man.
Yeah,
Come
exactly. And talk about being nice. Remember, we got a big holiday show coming up on the 20th. Ty Herndon, Grammy-nominated country singer. He's got at least 5 number one country hits from the late 90s, early 2000s. He's got a huge catalog, but he puts on a magnificent Christmas show, and it's a full band. It's, when we have him come in for Music in the Park in the summer over in Chehalis, it's been acoustic. It's been him and one other person generally. This will be the first time that we've had Ty here in our area with a full band. So we're really excited about that. Plus, it's going to be a fundraiser to help Centralia Athletics. And look, if you're in Chehalis, if you're in Napavine, if you're in Tumwater, if you're in Rochester and Tenino, there's nothing worse than losing your levy, especially if you like the sports. And sports folks, I know there's a lot of people that they're not sure if it belongs in schools. It does. It is such a training ground. It is such its own classroom that you don't get in, economics and chemistry and things like that. And, that whole pandemic time period is, I made the case that that's exactly why high school sports are important. Not only high school sports, high school activities, whether it be drama and band and other clubs. But that's the time that young folks get to come together. You have leaders, you put plans together, you figure out how to get around obstacles, you set goals, and boy, did we need it during that time period. So I am a huge advocate of not only high school sports, but all those activities.
Yeah, there's lessons that the classroom just can't teach. You can't learn everything flipping through books, seeing stuff written down on the whiteboard. You have to go out there and learn, just pick up things you don't even know that you're learning, and you look back on years later and you're like, oh, yeah, that is something I can use with me for the rest of my life. So yeah, sports, like you mentioned, the drama clubs. My sister did robotics.
Yeah.
I can't even wrap my head around what that even means, but I know that there's a lot of lessons to be learned away from the classroom.
Well, you know what? I think bigger now than ever before, just the social interaction that we're missing in today's society. Everyone is so tied in to being online that we're forgetting how to just have a conversation with people. And this clearly gives you an opportunity to do that, to communicate with your friends and teammates or fellow drama actors,
aficionados,
and all of that. I mean, you have to talk. You have to sit down and figure this out. And it's scary to think that simple things like talking to someone is becoming a lost art. And that's another huge thing. So this show, Ty Herndon, coming up on December 20th, is going to be a great show. Tickets are on sale now. Go to the Eli Network or go to the MohneyShow.com, and there's a link right on there. What we're also finding is we're putting out notifications on this. Folks, if you're seeing any of that, there are some spam messages that are coming up. Hey, I got 4 tickets I can't use. I mean, these were coming up literally 15 minutes after we put it up, and no one had even bought a ticket yet. And hey, I got 4 extra tickets. Get a hold of me. No, it's called Eventbrite, is the official ticketing place where you can pick your seats. Seats are between $40 and $60. There's only 600 of them. Every seat's a good one. I guarantee you that. You're going to be close. Ty is also known after the show for spending as much time as needed for anyone that wants to come up and get an autograph or a picture with him or just talk with him. He's great with that as well. So it's going to be a fun time. And the money raised is going to go to Centralia Youth Sports. That's a new nonprofit. And they're helping K through 12 sports, youth all the way through the high schools in many different ways to try and keep sports up and going here in Centralia.
Yeah, Centralia is a tremendous place to have an organization like this, to have an event like this. Centralia, the Hub.
The Hub, yep.
The name escaped me for a second.
Yeah, it's at the Hub, by the way.
The Hub is a beautiful complex, and they've been great to work with. I'm excited to check out the show. I can't wait. I had to buy my own ticket because that's what this is all about. There's no freebies.
I got to buy my own too.
Also, don't click any links in the comments. That's what I'll put out there. Yeah. Only buy the tickets from the link that we share. If for some reason tickets ever need to be resold, maybe we'll find a way to where we're the ones who are doing that rather than any comments. So don't buy any resold tickets because 99% of the time they're going to be a fake.
Unless you know that it's your mom.
I wouldn't even trust my mom.
Yeah, she's always trying to get an extra $20 out of you, right? So, that show coming up on the 20th, and it's a Wednesday, at 7:30 at night. I know there's going to be a lot of other organizations there. They're going to have some silent auctions. Santa Claus is going to be there as well.
Santa's going to be there.
That's right. Santa's going to be there. So, and there'll be a backdrop and a chair so you can line up and get your Santa pictures there as well. Those are free. You got to take your own picture. We don't have the photographer.
We got to make sure we got security in case that Grinch shows up.
That's right.
Got to be ready for him.
So you're in charge, or you might be in an elf costume, I think.
Oh. I got a couple elf costumes that we can use.
I don't know if we want to go down that pathway. But anyway, a lot of holiday stuff happening here. I know Steve has a lot more planned. Again, we weren't planning on him being sick. Neither was he. So that's what we have for you right now. We're going to take a time out. We're going to come back with Dead or Alive. Steve and I did this a few weeks ago, and just a fun little skit that we went back and forth on. So that's coming up, and we'll have more with the Mohney Show here on the Eli Network.
Point S Centralia OK Tire is a proud sponsor of high school sports and wishes all teams good luck during the postseason. With the playoffs starting, that means the weather is changing, and that means tough driving conditions with ice, rain, and snow. Point S Centralia OK Tire invites you to stop by and have your vehicle checked so you're ready for winter driving. Studded snow tires, studless snow tires, and tire chains are in stock and ready to put on whatever you drive, and with a warranty good at over 200 locations. Point S Centralia OK Tire, 1741 Harrison Avenue in Centralia.
Hey, Steve, I understand we're about to do one of your favorite bits. Tell us about it here. What are we doing?
Well, we're going to do Dead or Alive.
Dead or Alive.
So Dead or Alive is always lots of fun because, and by the way, these glasses that I'm wearing right now.
I love them.
I look like an absolute jackass, but I lost all the ones that I got from Sunbird for $1 a piece.
What? Huh?
Shut up.
Okay.
I like
those.
No, I got a pair that was handsome. Pretty good, but I went to that alumni thing at Centralia High School last Friday.
Yeah.
And I think I had my jacket; it was off, and I think they're somewhere in the parking lot of the Hub, the sports hub.
Okay.
So if you picked up my glasses, enjoy them.
Those are the red ones?
Those are the red ones.
Why would you wear the red ones to a Centralia alumni when you have orange ones on your face?
Because I left the orange ones here in the studio.
Do you understand that orange was your school color?
Oh,
not red?
I forgot all about that.
And on top of it,
crap,
you like the red better. So had you gone with the orange, you would have had the right color for your alumni event, and you would have lost the ones that you didn't like.
I know, but the red ones were the right shape.
Okay.
These look like something I wore in 1987.
Hey, well, you know.
My friend Eric had a pair like these back in the day. They weren't orange.
You're quite handsome. Now.
Oh yeah.
Let's get to Dead or Alive here. Okay. Now I'm the one guessing, right?
Yeah, you guess. Okay. I'm just gonna give you a name, and we'll start things out. It's gonna be really super simple.
All right.
Okay. And I'm not gonna be completely right on some of these ages.
Okay.
Some of this information could be old, but
could be.
It'll be reasonably accurate.
You'll be in the ballpark.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. You ready?
All right. Yep.
Mick Jagger.
Well, alive, of course.
Yeah, he just had
he looks dead, but he's alive.
Yeah, but he's in good shape.
Yeah.
1943.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so there you go. 80.
Yeah. That's World War II. Think about that.
well, Paul McCartney.
Well, he's alive.
Yeah, 1942.
Wow.
81.
Yeah, he was born during the bombing of London. I think.
Yeah, well, they actually were.
Yes.
I mean, Ringo, he survived it. They were bombing his house, I guess. Jerry Lee Lewis.
Jerry Lee Lewis. Oh, you threw me a curveball here.
I did.
Yeah, because we had actually started this and then we restarted, and so this is a new one.
Hold on. SpongeBob's not on yet.
Oh, let's get the bobber up there. All right. Oh, that's much
by
better.
The way.
Here, I think I might be in the way there. There, you can see.
So Jerry Lee Lewis.
I'm gonna say dead.
Yes.
Okay. Was that recent?
Died in the springtime.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
And he lived. He was quite old. I don't remember the exact age, but he was pretty old. Steve Perry.
Steve Perry is alive.
Yeah,
but gimping around there, and I think on the Hawaiian Islands somewhere he's hanging out.
Yeah, I don't know. The whole Journey thing makes me mad.
I know. Let's not go down the Journey rabbit hole right now, though. Let's stick to dead or alive here.
All right.
Pass on. Move on. I know we could open a whole thing on
Okay.
Steve Perry and Journey, and we don't want to do it right now.
Why did he have to?
He can't help himself.
Can't you just go? Why do I got to watch some? Okay, so I go down to Portland's Rose Garden, and I'm watching Steve Augeri. Okay, that was quite a while ago.
Yeah,
but so you don't have Steve Perry with you, so they have to take the Rose Garden and they have to close half of it off because they know they'll only be able to sell about 13 seats.
Well, they're still playing the big arenas, though, but they have been smart enough to be. I think they're teamed up. However, I'm not excited about who they're teamed up with this coming year. Have you heard it?
No.
I believe it's going to be Journey and wait for it.
Hold on. Who?
Toto.
Hey, hold the line. Hold the line a second. Really? Have you seen those guys in Toto?
I have not. I'm not a.
They still sound good.
I'm not a huge Toto fan.
Okay, so you're not. You don't like Toto?
Nah, not much. They're okay.
Okay, all right.
They're kind of one of those back. And if it's on, I'm not going to get up to turn the channel.
Right.
Or which I don't anyway because I don't listen to radio. But if it's on somewhere, it doesn't offend.
I always like Toto.
Doesn't offend me. But I'm not going to go buy them.
Boy, saying something doesn't offend you is like a big deal too. Wow, you know what? If you're in the band Toto, you should be pretty happy about that. Okay. Arnold Palmer.
Oh, no. He has passed.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Hey, here's one for you.
I think they did bury him in a sand trap somewhere, but just
but
little known fact.
The location is unknown.
Exactly.
Bobby V.
Bobby V. Whoa.
Bobby V.
I'm going to say alive.
No.
Okay, I had no idea.
And you know what's tragic about this is he came to the Lucky Eagle, probably in 2010 maybe.
Yeah.
11, something like that. And I had a chance to talk to him. I went out and talked to him for a little while, and nice guy, super nice guy. I mean, rock and roll all the way.
Yeah,
I mean, forever and ever. So yeah, he passed on, but nice guy.
All right. So. I missed one. Did I get a demerit for that?
Well, I don't know. No, you don't get a demerit for that because
you got to mark me wrong though.
Okay, hold on.
You got the pen there.
My pen here
from the ashtray. Yes.
Let's see. So I just do a check here.
Hey,
people at home are going, "What in the hell is this?"
That's good.
That's all it's going to be, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, I hope the bars shouldn't be too high.
It shouldn't be high on this at all, and this is all stuff that I just have to get out of my system at some point.
Exactly.
Okay. On with Dead or Alive. Here's one that's really super simple for you.
Okay.
Alan Young.
Alan Young?
Alan Young.
I don't even know who Alan Young is.
I don't either. Why did I mark that?
Who's Alan Young?
Isn't that the horses of Courts of Course?
I don't know.
Isn't that the guy that
Mr. Ed?
Mr. Ed? Not the guy that did Mr. Ed, but was on the show with.
I don't know. If that is, then he's got to be dead.
All right,
otherwise, he's 120.
Okay, never mind. I don't even know why. Oh, we were talking about this one earlier,
Okay.
and you're like, well, who the hell's that guy? Henry McCullough.
I don't know who Henry McCullough is.
You do, because I told you.
I know, but now
Ex-guitar player for Paul McCartney and Wings.
Oh, yeah, and you told me he was dead.
But he's dead,
yeah.
And he actually, oh man, Henry McCullough.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hold on a second. Was he the drummer? Oh, now I'm all messed up on this.
Well, we'll have to.
Anyway, he was in Wings.
He was in Wings, and
he quit right before Band on the Run.
Okay. Oh, so he quit just before they got good.
Well, Ram was pretty good. Here's one that you'll just love.
All right.
Abe Vigoda.
Oh, Fish. He had a terrific Snickers commercial not too long ago.
I know he did.
But he has passed on.
Yes.
But yeah, and I couldn't believe he was still alive for that Snickers commercial. I think that was a Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah.
In fact, so those were great. Betty White did it. Roseanne Barr did one.
Yeah,
those are great commercials. Snickers should go back.
Hey, now you're cutting into my dead or alive people.
I'm sorry.
Roseanne.
Well, she's alive.
Of course she
is.
Yeah,
you can still hear her. She's yelling about something.
She's extremely angry.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, some of these are Dan Haggerty.
Oh, Grizzly Adams has passed. It's been quite some time.
Nice job.
Quite a long time ago, actually.
River Phoenix.
Aren't all the Phoenixes yet to rise, so to speak? I think he's dead.
Yeah. That's too bad.
Yeah, exactly. But will rise again.
Amy Winehouse.
Oh, passed. Yeah. I mean, I thought you were going to get harder, not easier.
God, I know. What am I doing here?
All right. Two more. Give me two more here.
Hold on a second here. I want to find one, that. Yeah, hold on a second. My pen's off the side of the
more prep.
Hold on. Okay, here we go. No, you'll know about that one. Turn it anyway. I got to find one that's, let's see here.
Give me a couple while you're finding them. So throw a few out. Throw me a bone.
Willie Mays.
Willie Mays has passed. Is he? Well, the bit doesn't work if you don't know if they're dead or alive.
Well, I wrote it on the wrong thing here. Darn it anyway. Okay, so here's one for you. So Adam West.
Adam West did pass.
Yeah, he has passed, but hold on. Do you know where he's from?
He's from Washington State, right?
Oh, good man, yeah. This is the bonus point right here.
Tacoma.
No, Walla Walla.
Walla Walla, Washington.
Born and raised.
Okay.
He was born in 1928. Now, Kenny G, also from Washington State. Had no idea.
Yeah, is he a Seattle guy up there?
Yeah, he grew up in Seward Park.
Okay, there you go.
I mean,
Jeff Probst, of Survivor, went to Newport High School in Bellevue.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Kenny G didn't grow up in the park. I mean,
yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe that's where he got onto that newfangled saxophone thing that he plays. I don't know. Where'd that come from?
Kenny Loggins.
Kenny Loggins is from Washington State.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
He was born in Everett in one of the Boeing facilities.
Yeah.
The big giant.
And still alive.
Yeah, he's still alive,
and
too.
Boy, talk about a massive playlist that he has. Going from Loggins and Messina all the way through everything that he did. Wow.
Huge. Joe McHale.
Well, he's from Washington State. He went to the University of Washington and played football.
No, he didn't. He's on McHale's Navy. No, he's not. He grew up on Mercer Island.
Yes. And again, he played for the Huskies. He was a tight end.
And almost live.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was funnier than hell on Almost Live.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was a Husky.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a big guy.
There you go. Okay, well, let's do like maybe one, or if I can find one that that might trick you, then I'll.
Do we have any local ones that you were historical ones
Well,
that you
I
had?
mean,
Or you didn't work. You didn't do enough prep, did you?
I did. Bill Moeller.
Bill is still with us.
Exactly.
Absolutely, still writing away.
Man, I'll tell you what. Bill read me the night before Christmas. I've got a copy of that somewhere. It was brilliant.
Nice.
Yeah,
we should get Bill to come in one of these times.
We will
jump on the podcast.
A nice keepsake there. In fact, I did a long time ago when I first got into radio. Bill was the news guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
He was always a lot of fun to work with. So
absolutely.
Let's see here. Who else could we? Do you have one for me that's a local one?
No, I don't.
Well, why not?
I did not do any prep on this at all. All right. That's dead or alive.
Hold on. No, it's not. We're going to do one more.
Oh, boy. We talked about, knowing when to end it. And I'm not talking jumping off a bridge, but just ending the...
No, we've ended it. We'll just do one more and then we'll wrap it up. Now, Matthew can cut this out. Okay,
he's not cutting any of this.
Okay, no, it's going to be cut out. So here's the final dead or alive, and I know that you will know exactly all about this. Bob Barker.
Bob Barker recently passed at the age of 99.
Yes.
And matching Betty White. He would have been 100, I believe, in December.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Betty White, 99. Bob Barker, 99. And great people.
Yep. Absolutely.
And also make sure that you have your animals,
your dog spayed or neutered.
Thank you very much.
Exactly.
And you know what? And
help
really
control the pet population. Have your dogs and
exactly
cats
and
spayed and neutered.
Bob Barker and Betty White both for the same cause.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, and
big
that's important.
Animal rights, folks.
Unless you want your cat. My mom. Lori got a new cat. My dad's just, why do we have to have the cat? So she gets this new cat, and I said, make sure you have the cat fixed. Because it's a male cat.
Yeah.
And unless you want your tent smelling like,
for the
love of Pete.
Yes.
Yes, make sure you do that. Also, your dogs.
Yep.
If you don't want them, carousing around out, you get home from shopping, your dog's sitting out in the front yard around your little table that you have out there during the summertime. He's got a smoker's jacket on. He's smoking a cigar. And he's got a drink. Now, what do you think your dog's been doing while you've been gone?
Oh, yeah, marking his territory.
Exactly. Yeah. Have your dog fixed. That's Dead or Alive, Paul. Thank you very much. Nationally known and locally owned, Southwest Washington is home to 6 locally owned Napa stores, providing you with the best quality parts and services you need. With fast access to an inventory of over 400,000 parts, with ASE certified parts specialists ready to help, it's no wonder so many do-it-yourselfers count on Napa Auto Parts. Visit Wilson's Napa Auto Parts in Centralia, Chehalis, Rochester, Tenino, Castle Rock, and the heavy-duty and wholesale location on State Avenue in Chehalis, or go to wilsonnapa.com. The real estate market is changing, and John L. Scott can answer your questions with a free market analysis. If you're a homeowner, it's really important to get a current market analysis. It only takes a few minutes of your time and contains valuable information about your biggest investment. This might be the year to make a move and take advantage of this market. For your free market analysis, see Laura Lee today at John L. Scott, 900 West Main in Centralia.
And welcome back to the Mohney Show. And, it's going to be a brief one here this week, folks. Steve, under the weather, but coming back, we do want to thank Point S Tires, Centralia OK Tire, John L. Scott as well. Napa, sponsors of Steve. And, we really appreciate those folks helping us out and getting Steve back on the air where he belongs. And this show is going to continue to grow. He's got a lot of plans. Look for other podcasts to come out of this as well. I mean, this might be the happy days where we see Mork and Mindy and Laverne and Shirley and a few other shows spin right out of this as I go back to the 1970s.
I'm making a personal push to Steve to bring back a certain quiz.
Oh, yeah.
Really making a push. So we'll see if we're able to get that done.
Yeah, there could be a quiz or a test
Maybe an exam.
An exam of some sort. Yeah, we'd like to see some of that. We have a lot of things happening. Eli Sports, of course, is how we started all this, but now we're kind of expanding out to other things. And don't be surprised to see the Mohney Show on the road here pretty soon as well. I think that's we're working on some other things. In this day and age of media, there are no limits anymore.
That's a terrifying thought. Hearing you two yahoos go on the road.
Well, maybe it could be just Steve at times. Who knows?
Well, who's going to watch him?
We do. By the way, we have an opening for an executive producer for the Mohney Show.
Yes, we do.
We'll get that figured out. But hey, Steve, get better. This isn't this episode is not going to go down in infamy for us, but we did want to get something up. And we did have we had the one bit just waiting to be aired. So Dead or Alive, we hope you enjoyed that. Hey, enjoy your week. Don't forget this coming, if you're a high school football fan, this coming weekend, not only do we have Napavine and Tumwater area schools in the championship games, we forgot to mention this, they're being played at Husky Stadium. So 3 games on Friday. 11 a.m. is the 1B, Liberty Bell and
11, Wilbur Creston Keller.
Then at 3 o'clock is the 1A, Royal and Lakeside 9 Mile out of Spokane area. And then at 7 o'clock on Friday, it's a 3A. Oh, yeah, and we forgot Yelm. We actually have 3 area teams.
Can't forget about those tornadoes.
Sorry, the tornadoes. Wasn't even thinking about that.
Coach Ronquillo is not going to be happy.
I know.
He's a big Mohney Show fan.
I'm going to hear from Jason on that. He says, "Come on, get your act together down there." Yeah, the Yelm Tornadoes. You're going to call that game.
Yeah.
So that'll be a lot of fun. And that's on Saturday or on Friday. On Saturday at 11 o'clock, that's when Napavine plays. Napavine takes on Okanagan in, again, the only rematch from last year in the championship round. And then at 3 o'clock, Tumwater and Anacortes. And we'll cap it with Lake Stevens and Graham Kapowson, 7 o'clock Saturday night.
I can't wait for that game.
At Husky Stadium. It's going to be fun. We hope you can join us there. And hey, again, let's throw a shout out to the Chronicle, the Columbian, the News Tribune, Sportsbook Live.
The
Daily News. There are a lot of areas, a lot of papers or organizations still covering high school sports. It's a lot fewer than before, but they're still out there, and we'd like to give a tip of the cap to all those guys, all those folks still covering high school sports.
Even Todd Millis. We even shout out to Todd.
Even Todd. Todd, he's a great guy. So appreciate it. Thank you much, Steve. Get better, and we'll see you next time here on The Mohney Show.